Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're doing great today. Simon here. So we got this absolutely gorgeous model of Logan. You really can't get any happier about the result. Printed on the CR-10 with some black PLA filament. And the details and surface finish is just phenomenal. I'm truly, genuinely happy about that result. He is 530 millimeters tall. The veins on the arms, the rough pattern on the chest. You can even see the pattern of the jeans. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm getting very excited to start painting this. So I'll make sure to epoxy the head to the chest and we'll get started with the painting. I am always basing my colorization layout, let's say, from a picture. And here we have a pretty messed up Logan with a lot of wounds. Amazingly enough, this model was actually free to download on myminifactory.com, so I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. The last one we printed being this Pickle Rick, so if you think that I'm skipping a lot of steps, it could be because I've already covered it 2-3 times. So I highly recommend, if you want to know more about the pre-process, like priming and sanding and stuff like that, go and watch these videos first. He is almost 800 grams, so he has a authentic feel of heaviness. The weight, I think, adds a new dimension of realism. So yeah, let's begin the printing. Let's begin the painting. I just love watching these models come to life. Like, it's really mesmerizing. So I wanted to cover something with the surface finish. So how do you get this really glossy, good looking surface finish? And well, number one would be not to use acrylic paints. But let's say you are, as we are doing right now. Really dipping, you can see me constantly dipping the pencil in the water. So I'm using quite a bit of water, and that just makes me able to do really thin layers. And 4 thin layers will look twice as good as 2 thick layers. So that's really a vital tip. It will take you a bit longer, but it's gonna be worth it. Benjamin asks, any specific modifications, parts that will drastically affect the Init A6 performance? The fan duct is a good one. Limit the amount of factors that could affect the performance and go back to the basics. You know, start with the spool holder, get the fan duct, make sure your belts are tight, and make sure you have a good spool holder. Very often I see people posting that are having problems with things like under extrusion or uneven extrusion, and it's due to something simple as the spool holder. So go back to the basics and make sure your printer is even physically fit to print high quality 3D prints. What filament do you use? I use normally the cheapest one available because I don't find the expensive filaments good enough for it to be worthwhile buying something 3 times more expensive. Michael wonders, do you think to start making vlogs so we can see more content? Yes, I do. I do think my videos will transform into something that vlogs represent, that will be easier to film, so I will be able to upload more often, and that's really something I'm working on right now. So yes, I do think so. AJ Solona, you are bilingual and live in Sweden, so when and how did you learn how to speak English so well? What does bilingual mean? Alright, the next question is gonna be from hello, I am Roman. What do you think about the Ender 4? And I don't have the Ender 4, so I can't really say anything about it. But I do have the Ender 3 that has been hyping up in the community the last couple of weeks. The few prints I've done on it has actually been quite enjoyable and it's turned out really well. The assembly was quite easy, it took more than 10 minutes. It's listed as $200, which is just unbelievably good price. So I'm wondering whether that's just a early birdie price or if it's actually gonna be a $200 3D printer, but because in that case it's how much money do you earn with YouTube? So I'm not gonna say, but I can tell you that there's a lot more ways than you might think. The most common ways is the YouTube revenue, where you have ads playing before the video. You have most likely heard about Patreon, where people can donate money. Affiliate links is very popular, where you have a product linked to a specific website that pays you a commission for every sold unit. Merchandise, when you sell your own branded clothing. Sponsored videos, the list goes on, but that's probably the most common ways, I would say. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So how did you start with YouTube? And the classic one, do you have some tips for starters like me? So I'll answer the second part of that question. And yeah, make videos that you would like to watch. Starting off with YouTube as this drop of water in this ocean that is YouTube, it's tough. I don't think by saying that you should make videos that you would like to watch yourself is a bad way of thinking at it, because it will bring in an audience that really likes you for you and not what you try to accomplish. I've only seen 1 or 2 videos where you are with humans. Are you an alien? Yes, I have done some experimenting with the 3D printed on t-shirt concept. This was my latest one, a T-Rex skeleton, and also obviously, if you haven't noticed, this one is also 3D printed, and I think it turned out pretty fire. So I might even go back and make a more updated video on this concept. As far as Old Man Logan goes, I think we have done some great progress. I really like the color of his jeans. I think the skin color is pretty much spot on. And what we have left is his hair, his facial hair, and the wounds. So let's not stop this party going.
Three days later.
I am... Yep, that was 25-30 hours of painting, and he turned out just absolutely fucking incredible. And I'll tell you a few things about him after, so here we go. Let's do the reveal. Let's cover the pens. Just unbelievably thoroughly impressive work of such realistic pattern on those pants. Unbelievable, as well as the tank top. Just impressive modeling, that's all I can say. Modeling that earns just the highest of 5s.
I request the highest of 5s.
The claws, what really recognizes the Wolverine. I wasn't sure if I used too much blood. I was worried that I would. I put blood on each tip, which I felt was inevitable. Where the claws extend from, that's just another touch of Simon. The wounds were definitely the hardest thing to accomplish, and how I did it was, well, first of all, the model is already assigned with places where you're supposed to have the wounds and blood and everything, but I felt it was oversaturated with blood, or at least it would be. So I limited only to the chest area, which I think was a win. But how I did it was by using two kinds of reds, one darker and one lighter, and usually the deeper center part of a wound is darker and the rest is kind of lighter. Okay, so let's move up to the white ice because I know there's gonna be comments. Look, I tried, but it just wouldn't happen, okay? Completely white ice was a way of making him look not stupid. Though I think his hair and beard being on fleek like that really made up for it. Okay, I want to give you a thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. So see you next time. Bye.